We are the Vrndavan cows, and Srila Prabhupada coming to USA is our topic, and we will begin now. Srila Prabhupada has actually, upon taking sannyas, his Guru Maharaj had in the previously he had told him, given him an instruction. If you have money, print books. And he has also instructed him to preach in the English language.
Prabhupada, if you get money, print books.
So Prabhupada, with having this instruction in mind, he had many years he was contemplating how he was going to do this. And one day he had the idea that he would go to the West because he knew that he had a friend called Srimati Morarji. Srimati Morarji was the owner of a very famous shipping company, and he wanted to meet her. So Prabhupada arrives and he comes to meet Srimati Morarji. Srimati Morarji, she is telling, "Oh Prabhupada, how can you go to the West? The West is very cold and you will only eat potatoes and you will die out of hunger and you have no one there to take care of you. So I will only send you to your death if I send you. So I don't want that in my conscience." And Prabhupada tried to speak, tried to request, but she turned him down and he left. Like this, several times he had tried, and finally one day when he came to meet Srimati Morarji was again giving the same arguments. But Prabhupada was very adamant, and being adamant, he refused to move, and somehow by entreaty he secured a ticket aboard the ship Jaladuta, which is bound to Boston Harbor in the USA. And in this way, Srila Prabhupada left for the USA aboard the ship. But while in the ship, Srila Prabhupada had many trials. He had severe seasickness, and he had very little food. He only brought with him potatoes, and he was eating the same diet consistently. And while during one of these seasickness bouts, it was a very stormy night, Prabhupada suffered a heart attack. It was excruciatingly painful, and Prabhupada, he had to lie down in pain. But somehow, miraculously, he survived the first heart attack. And in this way, it went on a few more days. And Prabhupada, in another very stormy night, he suffered his second heart attack. And this second heart attack, Prabhupada was thinking, if I suffer one more, I think this will be the end of me. So in this way, Prabhupada, but somehow he survived it, and he went to sleep troubled. And during his sleep, he had a dream. And in this dream, he dreamt of Lord Krishna, Lord Shyamasundar. Lord Shyamasundar, and Shyamasundar was sitting on a boat, and he was rowing the boat and coming to Srila Prabhupada. And when Srila Prabhupada opened his eyes, he saw his worshipful Lord right in front of him. And Lord Krishna, Shyamasundar, he blessed him. It was a very beautiful moment. And in this way, when Prabhupada awoke, somehow the pain disappeared, and he found that he was able to tolerate the seasickness. And in this way, he went on for the entire trip to 35 days. And amazingly, after this incident, the seas were calm. There was no more storms, no more sea sickness. And finally, after 35 days, in the year 1965, 17th of September at 5:30 a.m. in the morning, Prabhupada reached Boston Harbor and he alighted from Boston Harbor. It was cold. He was alone. He had no money. US dollars. He only had 40 US dollars worth in rupees. But he had immense wealth with him. And that wealth was his Srimad Bhagavatam translations which he brought with him. So then he was moving in this way, thinking. During the ship, he had actually composed a poem. And this poem was running through his mind as he was alighting from the ship and moving. He didn't know where to turn, whether do I to turn right or do I turn left, because he didn't know anyone at that time. And when he was going, the poem came to his mind. Oh Krishna, you have somehow brought me to this place. Somehow you have brought me, I do not know what to do. But I am surrendered to you. If it is your desire, make me dance. Make me dance. I am surrendered to you. So thinking this way, he went. But somehow, by some arrangement, he met Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal, Sally Agarwal. Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal. So, and they received Srila Prabhupada and brought him to his house. And in this way, Srila Prabhupada arrived in the USA. But his mission was still unaccomplished. So, after some struggles, he took a pair of kartals and he went to a park, Tompkins Square Park, and he sat under a tree. And under this tree, he started chanting the holy names of Krishna. And this chanting of Hare Krishna, just simple kartals and simple vocals, no complicated musical instruments, nothing of the sort. The purity of his voice attracted just like the bees from coming towards the flowers. All the hippies who were in that park, they all congregated around him and they saw Srila Prabhupada shining effulgent and they couldn't help it. They just raised their hands and started chanting together with Srila Prabhupada and went around the tree. So in this way, it became louder and louder and Srila Prabhupada sang and somehow he attracted their hearts and he completely won them over. And this is the beginning of history. This is how Srila Prabhupada actually conquered the entire Western world.